Hi,
Good morning. How are you going today?
I'm doing good.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Now, Angus, this was actually your special request to chat to our
Yes,
special guest this morning.
was.
So tell me,
Yes.
why did you sort of want to interview him today?
Well, I guess he's one of my favourite players, and well, I've supported the Lions my whole life, and it's going to be pretty cool.
Give it up for the great Lachie Neale. Lachie Neale. Hello, Lachie.
How you going?
We're good. Lachie, meet Angus. Angus, meet Lachie.
Hi.
Hey Angus, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm going well, thank you. I'm looking a bit scruffy this morning. I've just done 40 minutes walking up and down stairs. I just got home about 20 minutes ago from that, so apologies about my scruff. I thought I'd better get organised and get myself ready.
What club did you play for as a kid?
Yeah, I played for the Kaibi Tigers as a kid, which is a really small footy club in the southeast of South Australia. So I grew up there until I was about 14 and then moved to Adelaide and played for another Tigers team, which was Glenelg. And then I was lucky enough to get drafted over to Fremantle. What about you? Have you got a junior club?
Yeah, I played for Cooperoo.
Cooperoo. That's just down the road from me. I live in Cooperoo, so it's not too far away. I'm not sure if you've... But a lot of the boys have been doing their off-season running and stuff there at the moment, so they're enjoying it. It's a pretty good oval there.
Congratulations on winning the Brownlow medal this year. How does it feel?
Yeah, it's been a pretty crazy few weeks. It was really busy after the Brownlow, but I feel very humbled and extremely, I suppose overwhelmed at the time that I won that award. I've always looked up to guys that have won the Brownlow and never thought in my wildest dreams that I'd join them. I actually have it here with me if you want to have a look as well. I'll get it out and I'll just put it here in case you wanted to have a look.
Right then.
There
so
it is.
Cool.
Very nice.
Hopefully I'll get to meet you in person and you can try it on. It might fit you better than what it fits me. You might look good in it.
Hey, Jasmine also wanted to know, have you had any injuries and did you spend some time in hospital when you were younger through those injuries or just for any other reason?
Yeah, I've had plenty of injuries and I've spent probably too much time in surgery rooms for my injuries. So I've had about 8 surgeries, I think, all up. 3 on my knees, shoulder, wrist, couple of fingers as well. So yeah, I've had a lot of operations.
What are some of your tips for improving your play on the field?
That's a great question, Shanae, and well done on the premiership last year. Hopefully we can win one in the next couple of years. Some tips on improving your game, I think is, for me, the thing that I always look for is a couple of things that I can improve on after each year and then just really focus on those. So instead of trying to work on every single part of your game, I really narrow my focus into 1 or 2 things and focus on improving those rather than everything. It gets a bit hard when there's 20 or 30 things that you probably could improve on, but pick 1 or 2 at a time and work on those and then go on to the next ones once you feel like you've nailed them.
My question is, who was your idol when you were growing up? And also, how many goals have you kicked in one game?
Great question, Mark. My idol growing up was probably Gavin Wanganeen, who played for Port Adelaide. I was a Port Power fan growing up, and Gavin Wanganeen was a really important player for them, and he was a silky smooth player. He played a lot different to what I play now, but he was definitely my idol growing up. And most goals I've kicked in a game, I think AFL game, the most I've kicked is 4. But I kicked 0 goals 6 in a game this year, so 6 points, which wasn't too good. I couldn't find the goal, so that's definitely my most points. I've had 0 goals and 6 points.
How old were you when you started playing AFL? And what is your favourite team to play against?
And what are your pre-game rituals? Thanks, Lachie.
And go the Lions!
Awesome. Thanks, Lewis and Angus. So I started playing AFL footy when I was 18. So once I got drafted, you have to be 18 to be able to put your name up for the draft. So that's when I started playing AFL. But I started playing the sport when I was about 4. So I did Oz kick and whatnot when I was younger. So I started at a very young age. My dad and my stepdad both played footy and loved watching them play, and got into it very early and never looked back. So that's where I started. And then pre-game rituals, I don't really have too many rituals, but I have a bit of a routine, I suppose, that I go through. I suppose the only ritual that I would have is the night before I have pasta, no matter what. Always have for a game. And in Brisbane, I actually go to Marinara's in Hawthorn. And if we're playing at home, I'll get Marinara's at Hawthorn and get a fettuccine carbonara there, which is probably my favourite pasta I've had. So it's not really a ritual, but I have a routine. I always juggle before the game in the rooms, just to get my hand-eye coordination going. I love to go out onto the oval before any of the crowd are there, really, and lay in the middle of the ground and just soak it up. I suppose I just try and remember where I am and my journey and whatnot before every game, and just appreciate that I'm about to play a game of AFL footy. And yeah, there are a couple of things that I meditate in the rooms before a game. I do about 2 5-minute blocks.
And Lachie, just before we wrap up, we do have an amazing hospital community of healthcare workers and patients. Did you have a special message that you wanted to share with them?
Yeah, for sure. It's obviously been a really challenging year for everyone, and no more so than the hospital workers and carers and everyone involved. So I just want to say thank you so much for all your efforts, not only this year, but the years that you've been doing the job and looking after everyone. I know that everyone appreciates it.
And just before we go, Lachie, one sort of finale, I have heard that you've also got a little secret talent that you can clap with one hand. So I just thought, did you want to just share the talent and the love with us all?
For sure, I can do that for you. It's weird. I don't actually know how I learned to do it. I think it might have been I had an operation on my finger, and I was in a school assembly or something, and I had to clap. Well, thought, how could I clap? And I must have just come up with it. I can make a bit of noise by doing it. But it's pretty different. It's my party trick, I suppose. Not many people can do it.
Oh, both of you, thank you so much. We've had such a great morning. Massive thanks again to Angus and Lachie. Love your work, guys. And everyone else, have a great rest of your day. Bye.
Thanks very much, Angus.
What a skate. See ya.
Thank you.